Guantanamo Bay Detention Camp is the world's most secure prison. Steel cages, 24-hour surveillance, maximum security. But no system is perfect. August 15th, 2024, 14-hour hours. 200 detainees launch organized uprising, 50 guards taken hostage, camp control seized. Outside intervention impossible. If not resolved within 12 hours, detainees will reach shore, escape. Captain Sarah Chen and 6 negotiators trying to resolve crisis without bloodshed. But uprising leader Khalid Al-Rahman is ruthless strategist. Every move a trap, every word a game, you will decide what to believe, and in the 12-hour tension between Guantanamo's steel cages. Captain Sarah Chen was drinking coffee in control room when she saw something on one of screens. In Block C, detainees were attacking guards. Sarah hit alarm, but too late. Another attack in Block D. In Block E, cage doors opened. Someone hacked system. Sarah shouted over radio, all units uprising in Block CDE, emergency support. But radio silent. Jamming, radio signals cut. On screen she saw 200 detainees broke out of cages, attacking guards, coordinated, organized, planned. Sarah looked at computer. System seized, camera control lost, door control lost. Detainees had taken 50 guards hostage, and in center of screen a detainee appeared. Khalid Al-Rahman, former Taliban strategic commander, IQ 156, speaks 12 languages. Khalid looked at camera and smiled. Captain Chen, I'm Khalid. Guantanamo is now mine. You have 12 hours. Either accept our demands or 50 guards die. 14 hours negotiation started. Sarah couldn't breathe. August 15, 2024, Guantanamo Uprising had begun. Captain Sarah Chen, 34 years old, crisis negotiator, deputy security chief of Guantanamo. 8 years FBI, then military negotiations specialist. IQ 148, speaks 5 languages, PhD in psychology. Sarah's team of 6, Major Tom Rodriguez, Security Chief Sergeant Mike Tank Wilson. Tactical Team Leader Dr. Lisa Park, Psychologist. Detainee Profiler Specialist David Chen, Cybersecurity. Systems Expert Corporal Emma Stone. Negotiation Assistant Specialist John Harris. Technical Surveillance Expert Morning 0800, Routine Day. 200 detainees, 50 guards, 30 support staff. Sarah was in morning briefing. Tom presented security report. All blocks normal, no incidents. Lisa explained detainee profile report. Khalid Al-Rahman in Block C, noteworthy. Very quiet for the last 3 weeks. Unusual. Sarah asked, Who is Khalid? Lisa opened file. Khalid Al-Rahman, 42 years old, former Taliban strategic commander, captured in Afghanistan 2003. IQ 156, studied engineering at MIT, speaks 12 languages. Very dangerous, but last 3 weeks, reading books, not talking to anyone. Sarah noted, keep monitoring. But nobody knew. Khalid had been preparing his plan for 3 weeks. Afternoon 14, shift change time, security's weakest moment. In Block C, Khalid sat in his cell, in hand small electronic device. Smartphone stolen from guards months ago. Khalid had modified phone. Could access system. At 14, Khalid pressed button. System attack began. David Chen, cybersecurity expert, saw alarm on computer. What? Unauthorized access in system. Someone's hacking. But too late. Khalid's virus seized entire system. Camera control lost. Door control lost. Radio system jamming. Signal cut. Alarm system disabled. Sarah ran to control room and shouted, What's happening? David panicked and explained that entire system seized. Cage doors opening. On screen they saw all cage doors in Block C, D, E open. 200 detainees came out. Coordinated attack began. Detainees attacked guards. Planned, organized, fast. Block C, 15 guards taken hostage. Block D, 20 guards taken hostage. Block E, 15 guards taken hostage. Total 50 guards taken hostage in 30 seconds. Sarah watched in shock. Impossible. How can this happen? Tom tried radio, but not working. Radio dead. No communication. Lisa understood and explained that this is organized uprising, planned months ago. On screen, Khalid appeared, looked at camera, smiled. Khalid spoke, Captain Chen, can you hear me? Sarah approached screen and replied, I hear you, Khalid. Khalid explained, in Guantanamo, now under my control. 200 detainees, 50 hostages, all systems mine. I give you 12 hours. Sarah asked, well, what do you want? Khalid listed demands. Transfer all 200 detainees to Cuba. By sea deal already made with Cuban government. Bluff or real? Ship must be ready within 12 hours, otherwise 5 hostages killed every hour. Sarah calculated 12 hours, 60 minutes x 12 is 720 minutes. 5 hostages per hour, 60 hostages in 12 hours, but only 50 hostages. Khalid added final point. Oh, and Captain Chen, we started at 14. First execution at 15. Time 14:05. 55 minutes remaining. Sarah held emergency meeting with team. Tom evaluated military option. We can raid with tactical team, but 50 hostages, they'll die in firefight. Lisa made psychological analysis. Khalid is strategist. Calculated every move. If we raid, he kills hostages. David presented system analysis. Khalid completely seized system. Doors, cameras, everything under his control. I can't even access system. Emma suggested negotiation scenario. We must talk to Khalid. Buy time. John gave surveillance report. Inside blocks, detainees moving in organized manner. Each block has leader. Khalid commanding from center. Sarah decided we start negotiation. Goal, buy time, protect hostages, look for opportunity. At 14:30, Sarah spoke with Khalid over radio. Sarah began. Khalid, I received demands, but 12 hours too short. Cuban coordination, acquiring ship, needs time. Khalid calmly replied, Captain Chen, don't stall me. 12 hours sufficient. Either accept or hostages die. Sarah tried different angle. Did Cuban government really make deal? How can I know this? Khalid laughed. You're smart, Chen. No deal with Cuba. But give me ship. I'll handle it. In open sea, I'm free. Sarah understood. Khalid, not planning to go to Cuba, will escape to open sea, then elsewhere. Time 14:50. 10 minutes until first execution. Sarah entered bargaining. Khalid, I propose deal. I work on ship. You postpone first execution. Khalid thought, how much postponement? Sarah offered him 2 hours until 17. So Khalid accepted, okay, but at 17 Jiang, if no ship, 10 hostages die. Deal? Sarah confirmed, deal. First negotiation successful, 2 hours gained. But Sarah knew in 2 hours real crisis would begin. Sarah held strategy meeting with team. Tom asked, we gained 2 hours, but will you really prepare ship? Sarah explained, no, we won't give ship, but within 2 hours must find alternative plan. Lisa suggested, we must deceive Khalid, show ship being prepared. David added, I'll try to take back system, need to break Khalid's virus. Mike presented tactical option. Tactical team ready, we can raid, but hostage casualties. Sarah refused, raid is last resort, first must take back system. At 15:30, David launched attack on system counter-hack. David worked rapidly on keyboard, analyzing Khalid's virus, looking for weakness, but Khalid was ready, detected David's attack. Khalid warned over radio, Captain Chen, your cyber expert attacking system. Warning, if he does again, I kill 5 hostages. Sarah looked at David and ordered, stop, pull back. David objected, but I was almost breaking it. Sarah said firmly, can't risk hostages, pull back. At 15:45, plan changed, military intervention or negotiation. Tom insisted, Sarah, we're running out of time, tactical team must go in now, hostage casualties, but uprising suppressed. Sarah was undecided, 50 hostages, how many die, 10, 20? Lisa intervened, Sarah, Khalid playing psychological game, must find his weakness. Sarah asked, what's his weakness? Lisa made profile analysis. Khalid has ego, wants to prove he's smart, enjoys games, challenge him, trap him. Sarah found strategic idea. Let's play chess with Khalid, but in real chess. At 16, a second negotiation began. Sarah called Khalid. Sarah proposed, Khalid, I want to propose a game. Khalid curious, game? What game? Sarah explained, I'm your strategist, so am I. A challenge? You predict my strategies, I predict yours. Whoever wins gets what they want. Khalid laughed. Interesting, but what do I win? Sarah bargained, if you win, ship prepared immediately. If I win, you release hostages. Khalid thought, you're brave, Chen, I accept. But what are game rules? Sarah explained rules. Each makes 3 moves. Other tries to predict move. Whoever predicts more moves wins. Khalid confirmed, okay, I start. Khalid's first move. I'm moving 20 hostages from Block D to Block C, gathering everyone in one place. Sarah thought, why gathering? Control easier, or... Sarah's prediction, you're emptying Block D because your escape plan is from there. Khalid smiled. Wrong. Gathering hostages because if your tactical team attacks one point, you lose all. Sarah understood. Central hostage point makes tactical raid impossible. Sarah's first move, I'm showing you ship being prepared, but actually not preparing. You expect me to communicate with Cuba, but I won't. Khalid thought, playing bluff, but why tell me? Sarah explained, because you already know. You knew from start we won't give ship, but playing because you have time. Khalid applauded. Bravo, Chen. Correct prediction. Khalid's second move. At 17, I won't execute. Threat was only bluff. Sarah surprised. Bluff? Why tell me? Khalid explained, because you already know. If I kill hostages, tactical team raids immediately. I lose 200 detainees. Not logical. Sarah understood. Khalid won't kill hostages because he also has something to lose. Sarah's second move, talking to you, buying time. But my real plan isn't breaking your system, it's turning someone inside against you. Khalid raised eyebrows. Inside who? Detainees all with me. Sarah bluffed. Are you sure? 200 detainees, all loyal to you? Maybe someone wants to sell you out. Khalid hesitated. Really? Is Sarah bluffing? Khalid's third move. At 20 Ga, meaning 6 hours from now, I'll reveal my real plan. Until then, we're playing. Sarah asked, what's real plan? Khalid smiled. If I tell, no surprise, but I'll say this. Reason I want ship isn't just to escape. Sarah froze. Khalid planning something else, but what? Time 17, game over. Who won? Khalid evaluated. Chen, you predicted 2 moves correctly. I predicted 1. You won. Sarah won, but Khalid didn't release hostages. Khalid explained, I lost game, but deal canceled because game was just to buy time. We both knew. Sarah understood. Game was meaningless, just psychological power display. Khalid added, but I like you, Chen. You're smart, so bonus, I give you 3 more hours. New deadline 20. How? Time 17:05. 3 hours gained. But Khalid's real plan still unknown. Sarah held team meeting. Tom asked, what's Khalid's real plan? He wants ship, but said has another purpose. Lisa made psychological analysis. Khalid playing for ego satisfaction, but underneath has different agenda. David presented system analysis. Khalid didn't just hack Guantanamo system, accessed more. Sarah carefully asked, what do you mean more? David explained, Guantanamo is inside U.S. naval base. He may have accessed base systems, weapons depots, vehicles, even ships. Sarah shocked, so Khalid isn't just planning escape. Lisa completed, he's planning to seize control of Guantanamo base. Tom alarmed, if Khalid gets into base systems, accesses weapons depots, 200 detainees armed, then real war begins. At 8 Neon, critical information came. John reported from surveillance. John explained, caught conversation among detainees in Block C. They're saying at 20 Khalid will make big move. Sarah asked, what's big move? John didn't know. No details, but detainees preparing. At 19 Agan, David made critical discovery. David shouted, found it. Found how Khalid got into system. Sarah approached. How? David explained, Khalid modified stolen phone from guards, but alone not enough. Someone inside helped. A guard gave Khalid security codes. Sarah shocked. Traitor guard? Who? David showed on screen. Corporal Jake Morrison worked at Guantanamo for 8 years. Tom couldn't believe. Jake, impossible. I know him, loyal man. Lisa examined profile, looking at Jake's file. Last 6 months, financial troubles, debts, credit cards. Maybe Khalid bought him. Sarah ordered to find Jake now. But Jake already missing. Disappeared during shift change. At 19:30, Jake found in Block C with detainees. Tom angrily shouted, nah, Jake's traitor, working with Khalid. Sarah spoke with Jake over radio. Sarah asked Jake, why did you do it? Jake replied, I had debts. Khalid offered $500,000. I accepted to save my family. Sarah tried bargaining. Jake, you can still return. Help us. Jake refused. Too late. Khalid will win. You'll see at 20, time 1945. 15 minutes until Khalid's big move. Sarah called Khalid one last time. Sarah asked Khalid, what will you do at 20? Khalid smiled. Finally, you asked right question, Chen. At 20, I'll access Guantanamo Naval Base weapons depots, arm 200 detainees, then seize control of base, and then ships to open sea, but not just detainees, 50 hostages coming with me, they're my insurance. Sarah froze. Khalid planning complete coup. Khalid added, and Chen, you and your team have two options: surrender or everyone dies in firefight. Make your choice. Time 20. Khalid's move began. Time 20, and Khalid entered final command into system. Base weapons depot doors opened. Tom alarmed. Weapons depot open. Detainees will arm. Sarah had to make emergency decision. Surrender or fight. Sarah ordered, tactical team move. Take back weapons depot. Mike was tactical team leader. 20 elite soldiers, fully equipped. Mike shouted to team, to weapons depot, run! As tactical team ran, detainees from Block C also running. Who arrives first? At 20:05, detainees arrived first. 50 detainees entered weapons depot, took M4 rifles, pistols, grenades. Mike positioned tactical team outside weapons depot, but detainees inside armed. Mike reported over radio, Sarah, detainees armed. If firefight starts, bloodbath. Sarah faced difficult decision. 50 detainees armed, 50 hostages inside, tactical team outside. If they attack, detainees kill hostages. If they don't attack, Khalid seizes entire base. Tom insisted, Sarah must attack now. More we wait, worse it gets. Lisa warned, but hostages! 50 guards die. Sarah desperately shouted, no good options. Then David found solution. David excitedly explained, Sarah, I broke Khalid's system, found hidden back door, can take back system. Sarah hopeful, how long? David calculated, 5 minutes, but if Khalid notices, counterattacks. Sarah took risk, do it, buy 5 minutes. David worked rapidly on keyboard, infiltrating system through back door, but Khalid noticed. Warned over radio, Chen, attacking system again, final warning, stop or I kill 10 hostages. Sarah bluffed, Khalid not attacking, system malfunctioning. Khalid didn't believe, lie, David accessing system, stop him. David whispered, 2 more minutes, almost. Khalid executed threat. In Block C, 2 hostage guards brought outside. Detainees pointed guns. Sarah begged over radio, Khalid, stop, please. Khalid coldly said, too late, 2 shots. 2 guards shot, lying on ground. Sarah froze. First blood spilled. Tom angrily shouted, enough, we attack. But then David yelled, got it, I took back system. On screens, control returned, cameras, doors, everything under Sarah's control. Sarah immediately ordered, close all block doors, isolate detainees. Doors closed. Detainees trapped inside blocks. Khalid shocked. What? System taken back? Sarah firmly said, yes, Khalid, game over. Control is mine now. But Khalid still had 50 armed detainees, and they were in weapons depot. Khalid played last card. Chen, system may be yours, but I still have 50 armed detainees and 50 hostages in weapons depot. If you raid, all die. Time 20:30. Stalemate. Sarah and Khalid sat for final negotiation, but now video conference, face to face. Sarah opened, Khalid, game over. You can't win, surrender. Khalid replied, Chen, maybe I didn't win, but you lost too. 2 guards dead, want more to die? Sarah proposed bargaining, then let's make deal. You and detainees surrender, release hostages. In return, your sentence is reduced. Khalid laughed. Sentence? I'm already life here. What sentence will you give me? Sarah approached differently. What about 200 detainees? Will they stay life like you, or family visitation rights, better conditions? Khalid thought maybe can do something for detainees. Lisa intervened. Psychological play. Lisa addressed Khalid. Khalid, your leader. 200 detainees trust you, but will you lead them to death? If raid happens, most die. Khalid hesitated. Does he really want detainees killed? Sarah made final offer. Khalid, I propose this. You surrender, detainees surrender. In return, conditions improved for all detainees. Family visitation rights, better cells, book access. Khalid asked, can you guarantee this? Sarah promised, yes, I'll talk to Pentagon, but you also promise hostages unharmed. Khalid thought, maybe this is best ending, but then Jake intervened. Traitor guard. Jake shouted to Khalid, Khalid, don't surrender. We can win. We have 50 armed men. Khalid looked at Jake, then at Sarah. Khalid quietly asked, Chen, what happens to Jake? He helped me. Sarah said openly, Jake is traitor. Will be tried in court, probably life in prison. Jake panicked. What? But you said $500,000 Khalid. Khalid coldly replied, Jake, I used you. There was never money. You're fool. Jake shocked. Khalid deceived him. Money never existed. Jake collapsed. destroyed his life, got nothing in return. Khalid turned to Sarah Chen. Ask me last question, then I'll give my decision, Sarah thought, then asked. Khalid, why did you do it? Why organize this uprising? What's real reason? Khalid took deep breath, began explaining. Chen, I've been prisoner here 21 years, since 2003. No trial, no lawyer, no rights, just cage. 21 years. And I'm not alone. 200 detainees, some 15 years, 18 years. No charges even, just suspected. Is this fair? Sarah stayed silent. Is Khalid right? Khalid continued. This uprising not to escape, to show world. Injustice at Guantanamo. We're human. We want rights, trial, lawyer, fair judgment. Either release us or charge us, but don't leave us in this limbo. Sarah understood. Khalid's uprising was political action, message to world. Sarah promised. Khalid, I promise I'll work with you. Fair conditions for detainees, trial rights, but no bloodshed. Khalid thought, can he trust Sarah? Time 22:30. Khalid made decision. Khalid explained, Chen, I accept surrendering, but my condition trial process started for all 200 detainees and conditions improved. Sarah confirmed, accepted. I'll talk to Pentagon. Khalid gave final order. All detainees drop weapons. Release hostages. We surrender. At 23 hour, weapons dropped. 50 hostages released. 200 detainees surrendered. Khalid finally looked at Sarah. Chen, you were honorable opponent. Keep your word? Sarah replied, I will. 12-hour uprising ended, August 15th, 2024, Guantanamo Uprising. Results. 2 guards killed, 8 guards injured, 0 detainees killed, 200 detainees surrendered. Jake Morrison, traitor guard, arrested, tried, life in prison. Sarah stated in post-operation report, Guantanamo Uprising resulted from system failure. Khalid could hack system because traitor inside. But real cause is 21 years of unjust detention. Pentagon reviewed Sarah's report. Result, Guantanamo reforms trial process initiated for all detainees. Legal counsel rights granted. Cell conditions improved. Family visitation rights expanded. Cybersecurity increased. Khalid Al-Rahman brought to trial. Uprising organization charged 20 years additional sentence, but released from Taliban charges insufficient evidence. Total sentence 20 more years, but now has trial rights. Sarah Chen became crisis negotiation consultant at Pentagon. Guantanamo operation recorded as career pinnacle. Tom Rodriguez retired. Working security consulting. Mike Wilson became tactical team commander. Lisa Park became expert on detainee psychology. David Chen became Pentagon cybersecurity chief. Jake Morrison, traitor guard, tried in military court. Life sentence for treason in Leavenworth Military Prison. 2 fallen guards, Corporal Michael Torres and Corporal Sarah Williams, buried with military ceremony. Families received heroism medals. Press and media. Guantanamo Uprising made world news. CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, everyone covered. Headlines, 12-hour uprising at Guantanamo. 200 detainees seize control. Systematic hack uprising. Negotiators' victory. Crisis resolved without bloodshed. Sarah spoke in TV interviews. Guantanamo Uprising resulted from long-term unjust detention. Was Khalid right? No, uprising was wrong, but his complaint was right. Political impact. U.S. Congress debated Guantanamo's future. Some politicians should close unjust system. Other politicians should stay open. Terrorists dangerous. Result, Guantanamo stayed open, but reforms implemented. Military lessons. Internal threat is serious. Traitors like Jake exist everywhere. Cybersecurity is vital. Khalid could hack system negotiation better than weapons. Sarah resolved crisis without bloodshed. Detainee rights important. Injustice leads to uprising. Khalid's final words in court. I'm not terrorist. I'm freedom fighter. Lived in cage 21 years. No trial. Is this fair? World should think. Sarah's final words in Pentagon report. Guantanamo uprising could have been prevented. If detainees received fair treatment, Khalid wouldn't have rebelled. Injustice always leads to crisis. Uprising is result of injustice. Khalid lived 21 years in cage without rights. Started uprising, controlled 12 hours. But Sarah Chen resolved crisis through negotiation. 2 guards died, but 50 hostages saved. Guantanamo reform began. Khalid's message reached world. Human rights are universal everywhere, always. 12-hour uprising made history.